So in one area, I remember we talked to this guy, and he was really interested in the church, and he liked it. And then we'd ask questions, like, well, what time you guys, going to bed, or how much are you guys living off of? Because he was curious that, these 19-year-olds are out there doing this, wearing suits and things like that. And then so we taught him, and then he was happy and everything. And like we would just meet on the street and discuss there. And we came back for a second visit to talk to him, like on a park bench. And I was showing him the prophets of the church and the general authorities and everything. And then he's like, oh, these men look very genuine, very real, and they look very sincere, and I can tell they have like a really good spirit to them and things like that. And he's like, but I don't know if I can do what you guys do, like you guys are doing this all the time. And like we were sort of confused for a bit of what he was saying, but apparently we sort of realized that he thought that, like, as a member of the church, you had to live the missionary lifestyle, like you had to be in bed at a certain time, or like go and report in, and like live off a certain amount of money, and you only had one day to prepare for things. Because when I remember he would invite us to things, and it's like, oh no, we can't do it. We could do it on this day because that's our preparation day, and things like that. And so that's what he thought. And then once we realized that, we're like, wait, like, as a member of the church, you're not always living this way. This is what we live this way because we're missionaries, and we have to be a certain way to get our work done and share the gospel. And and then he was like, oh really? Like it was the funniest thing ever, because like we were so confused as to what his objection was to learn more. And like he just felt like, oh, I can't have one day that's where I can have fun, and then the rest of the days I'm out preaching the gospel. But yeah, once you realize that, we figured out the confusion and explained that to him, he was like, okay, that's great. And like we left him with an ensign to continue reading and things like that. But then he still was like, well, I'll just keep learning more about you guys and on my own and things like that. But he was a great guy, but it was super funny for us. We're like, oh man, like how did that happen? Like we're very confused about how that happened.